What up, y'all? This is Ladies with KeKe. My name is Dana B.
And I am Cassie J.
Today, we bring you that Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 20.
Jesus.
More, I know, right? More love, more problems. I don't know why this is 20 episodes, and we have yet to get to the season finale. This is exactly what I've been talking about. They need to cut the damn season.
Dana, focus.
Ma'am.
Focus.
But seriously though, this episode was not necessary, in my opinion.
Dana, you've been saying about a lot of episodes, but that's neither here nor there.
Where's the lie?
It doesn't matter. We're not here to talk about that. We're
here to get into this dry ass episode that they surprised us with.
I mean, it wasn't really a surprise necessarily. It was more the fact that the surprise was last week when you told me that you wasn't going to show this episode last week. That was the surprise that y'all was delaying episodes. So
let's go get on into it. So it starts off with Nene and Greg talking, and Nene's going over what happened on the Greece trip. And she's like, she don't understand why Kenya has a problem with her. And you know what? Production is shady as hell. Because she was saying how, Kenya done talked about people's husbands. Kenya done talked about people's
showed
parents.
everything?
They showed every single one. It's like, ooh, shady.
But you know what I don't like, though? I don't like how people will, and it ain't just Nene, you got a friend or a person in your life that will tell a story. They be like, girl, let me tell you what they did. Now, see, listen, I was trying to be nice, and you be looking at them like this. You was trying to be nice.
They sugarcoat their part in it.
They was like, I came in with the best intentions, and then when it went left, you know how I am. But listen, even knowing that, I really didn't do how I normally do.
Honestly, I feel like Nene did come in with the best intentions, but Kenya was not receptive of it. So that's when that Nene came out. Because she was telling Greg how she was trying to throw popcorn.
I was trying to feed her a little popcorn. I was just trying to feed her. But you didn't say that you spit at her.
Honey. Well, she didn't spit. She acted like she wasn't spit. Either way, that's disgusting. But
regardless, if you fix your mouth up.
At the end of the day, Nene does have a point that Kenya's so offended when people talk about her business, her marriage, her kids. But she's done that to everybody. People. So that's why I don't feel bad for Kenya at all. At all. So next, Candy and Todd are talking, and they're talking about the baby coming, how she's going to be busy going to the Shy. She tried to get that done before the baby comes, and she also wants to go to what?
She ain't trying to get it done before the baby comes. She said she's going to be gone. When the baby's here, she going to come back for the baby, but she going back. Well, she's going to be gone for 10 weeks. The baby's coming in 7 weeks.
Oh, yeah. She's trying to do the most before the baby comes.
Stop. Slow down. Take a break.
Yeah. And she says that they need to go to marriage counseling. She told Todd that they need to go to marriage counseling. First, he's like, for what? He was like,
you got a problem?
I mean, I feel like that's great. That's being proactive. Like, don't go to marriage counseling when the problem is so thick that y'all can't get out of it. But you'll start to feel something brewing. Yeah. The boil ain't bubbling, but they got the little bubbles,
I see some spots.
You know what I mean? See a little steam rising. So let's get that worked out. So I admire that.
But then you notice how after Todd thought about it, he said, yeah, it's a good idea.
I like to get some things off my chest.
Yeah, some things. A couple things out there. Then she was like, what are you trying to say?
Exactly. So then so Cynthia comes to Nene's store of swag. And I thought this was a cute moment. They were both wearing leopard print. And Cynthia was explaining to Nene, like, about the whole Greek tragedy. She was like, I wasn't going to do shady. So then Nene was like, well, go ahead, do me then. Go ahead, do my impression. I thought it was spot on and hilarious. I wish that she allowed it.
I liked it. I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, it was funny. Because she did it spot on, honey.
She was like, I'm the HBIC, okay? All right, don't you forget, you'll never get this peach, girl.
Yes.
I was like,
That is Nene's tags, honey. That's what she says. And then Portia pulled up out of nowhere.
So random how they show her driving by.
Apparently, I guess she drives by often. It was real random.
I was like,
she pulled up.
Okay.
So then, honestly, these things they were just fluff. Honestly,
it was a bunch of little. It was like
little fluffs, you know. Kenya sees her lawyer talking about her assets and divorcing.
Again for the second time. I don't know why she didn't do that the first time she went to the lawyer.
I guess it's a real thing now. It's like it's for real. It was
real then.
Well,
it was real then.
Sometimes people are in denial. Sometimes people are in denial, and now it's real. It was real before. It was
real then.
It was real before, but now it's real. There's levels.
Oh, we gonna add the double?
Yeah, there's levels.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, it was nothing that we haven't seen
cried
already.
Again, like she cried.
Her little tears. Whatever.
She's like, I'm sorry to get emotional. The lawyer was like this.
Boy, don't care. They just want their check.
Right, that's like this. It's the check clearing.
Exactly. That's all they care about. So Ace and Ty FaceTime Candy.
Oh my God.
While she was in Chicago filming The Chi, and Ace was just boo-hoo-hooing, talking about he missed his mom.
He made me cry.
It was sad. He missed his mommy. It's sad. I don't know.
Tear up.
It's like, I guess I don't know per se how it feels to be a mom, like a boss and a mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, sacrifice,
But I think the problem, ain't no thinking to it, because they're going to talk about it later on.
Yeah.
It's that Candy has to figure out when enough is enough and when it's time to stop. And y'all know I love Candy. I ride or die for Candy. But you got to know when enough is enough and when it's time to stop. And when your family is telling you, I mean, you already had Riley tell you once before when you said, oh, I want to have another baby. No, you don't take care of the one you have now.
She's like, y'all never home. But I think,
just keep going.
But I guess because she's like, with Riley, this is what she did with Riley. She won't know. Was she working a lot with Riley, or did she take time off?
She was in the group.
What? But Riley's only 16. Escape was in the 90s. They weren't as deep. Group. But at the end of the day, though, she's like, I want to get it while it's still hot, so I can give she's thinking about, I want to give my kids.
You've been doing this for how long? You've been hot.
Right. But I guess it's addictive. Oh, if I can just do it, do this job, do this gig, do that, do this, I can have this amount of money for my kids later on.
When you think you're going to get cold?
I don't know. They say that show business is funny, honey. I don't know nothing about it. I'm a regular deckle over here.
But that's the thing. She don't just have show business that she's doing. You got regular businesses. You got fashion. It's all about You got music. You have everything. It's not like you're not just doing Escape no more. Yeah. You don't even do Escape. You do Escape when you want to do Escape.
What she should be doing is something that she doesn't have to touch for the money to come in.
Residual income.
You know what I mean? That's what I feel like she probably does have that. She does
that too. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have real estate. I'm sure they have properties. They got the restaurants. She still does writing. She's doing the acting. He has the trucking company. They have so many businesses. That's what she says. We have so many businesses. I feel like you have your empire. Come on. Why do you need to continue to just keep adding and adding and adding and adding? It's come on, come back, step back. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. When are you going to do that?
Maybe she feels like she has a little more time left before she can really enjoy the fruits of the labor.
You're in your 40s.
True. I don't know. Honestly, she got a lot of money, so she could just sit back and relax, but she a hustler, honey.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like we'll talk about it when we get to that point when Todd says what he says. But your family is telling you they're almost at the end. Your daughter, as much as she loves you, I just feel like it's gonna come to a point where you don't want your kids to look back at you and be they have resentment towards you because you're not there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's nice to have stuff, but you know, growing up with parents that were there, I wouldn't, you know, take that back. I wouldn't wish to not have them there.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. You can't replace the time that your parents were there.
Right. You can't replace time. You could buy things, but time
right.
you can't get back, and there's no price tag on it. So
we don't see them kids that are spoiled and they have the parents that have all the money. Look at them kids on growing up hip hop and stuff. You see them kids that grew up with the stuff, and you see how most of them kids turn out that grew up with stuff.
Right.
Their parents weren't there.
They ain't got no substance.
Yeah, you need
within
that.
themselves. I get it, honey. So Eva, she has her boy, her baby boy.
Maverick!
Just like, so what's the husband's name? Mike?
Mike. I think it's Mike, too. Yeah,
I think it's Mike. Looks just like him. Spit that baby out, especially that nose, honey.
That nose. Let's just say
that
nose gives it away.
Looks just like this daddy, but they had a little cute little photo shoot, which is cute.
Yeah.
And then Cynthia came over and she was telling Eva about what happened in Greece. And it was cute little moment. That's all I got from it.
They finally bought their house, settled on a house.
Yes, 5 bedrooms.
That was a nice house.
Yes, that's a nice house.
No, that's a really nice house. You know.
Which is good because they got 3 kids now?
Yes, they have 3 kids.
So yeah, got
she said, I know I said I wanted 5, but I don't know if I want to carry the 5. So you say you want 2 more kids?
Kudos to anyone that gives birth, honey. I know I couldn't do it.
I don't want no 5 kids.
So then next is one of the main events, which is Portia's event
for the March of Dimes,
which is really nice. It was about, I guess, motherhood and some women not being able to have kids.
It's about the challenges of childbirth.
Oh, okay. It was really nice. It was really beautiful. The colors looked like it got some good food. It was really nice.
It was one of the nicer events.
How it was put together.
Yeah.
And it was like everyone is a bonding moment. Like all these women are very catty and they have those stupid fights.
It was definitely one of the best events.
They could definitely bond with that one subject.
Yeah.
And Marlo,
it wasn't any shade with the exception of Kenya. I felt a little bit, but we'll get to that.
What can you do?
So after the event.
Okay, so yeah, after the event, of course, well, Nene, she brought up some shade talking about Kenya's husband.
Yes. She was like, did y'all hear?
In the blogs. Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I did like how Portia kind of was like, well, that's a blog.
We don't know if it's true.
We don't know. And I'm just going to choose to believe that that's not true. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on what we're here for.
Well, it is just really ironic how this rumor that your husband, which honestly,
she confirmed it already.
Yeah. And yeah, you do this to Tanya. It's like,
And we talked about that last video. How you gonna get up here and do this to this lady? And even when they was in Toronto, you was over there at the table. So what would you guys want your friends to do if you found out that one of the ones in the circles, man, was cheating? Like, why would you even do that?
And she keeps talking about how, she's not even married yet. That's your fiance. Well, guess what, Kenya? That's your husband that cheated on you.
And the father of your child.
Under oath, he made a promise to love you, be faithful under God, under the law, all that stuff, and he cheated on you. So at the end of the day, the fact that you rubbed it in Tanya's face is just really
that a woman was supposedly like talk to your man at a bar,
right?
Public place.
That nothing really happened. She just maybe he was flirting, maybe,
possibly, and that's still
your husband was fucking someone else.
Like, it wasn't a question.
You know what I mean?
You said it was true, and you told him to stop, and he was like, "Bitch, please, I do what I want. You better get used to it." Okay.
What else happened in that little event?
Marlo.
Yeah, Marlo. She had a moment.
I love that vulnerable moment with Marlo.
You know what I realized though, just as I'm getting older and just, being around different people and knowing myself, people with the hardest exterior
really have the softness inside.
That heart exterior just protects because they're so soft and inside. They're trying to protect themselves. They don't want to be vulnerable because if they feel like it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
Marlo having that moment was really nice.
I was happy that she did that, and it just showed that she's come a long way with this group of women to be able to share that. And I think it was also because she also wanted them to realize I'm a person too, you guys.
Yeah.
I know I'm out here and I do a lot of crazy things.
And I could read and I could throw shade, but I'm a person. I've had struggles.
I want y'all to know why I'm the way I am. I want you to know why I feel the way I feel and why I do the things that I do. And I think it was also kind of like I want to clear up some of the things about this subject. So, you know, when I say some of the things I say, listen, and y'all throw them darts back at me and you say, I want you to realize who you're talking to about this subject. Like, don't think that I'm just out here not wanting, don't think that, you know, it's not something I haven't thought about or hadn't wanted to or anything like that. I've tried.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I'm actually proud of Portia. Like, Portia came a long way. A very long way.
Portia still struggles.
I like her struggles now, though. You know what I mean? She's not as airheadish. She got some common sense up in that. I hate you. I cannot. One thing I was very shocked at was Shamia saying that when
that was the shade I was referring to.
When her water broke, she called Kenya. Who knew they were friends?
That was the shade that I was referring to.
What shade?
I feel like, I mean, it wasn't necessarily shade. It was like, she's telling her side, and she was just like, you know, when I had the baby and I went to labor, you know, I called Kenya, you know, she was there for me, blah, blah, blah. And instead of Kenya just saying, I was happy to be there for you and letting it go.
Oh, she was like, I don't know where Portia was.
Oh, yeah, Portia, I don't know where you were. I guess you
might have been working.
It was just like, you always want to, it's like you be wanting to one-up people all the time. It's like you want somebody to know.
Like, I was there for your best friend when you weren't.
People like me more than they like you. Like, I was there for your friend when you weren't. Like, check for me. Just
be there for the girl, and that's it.
And just have that moment with them. That was the moment for y'all. Just leave it there. You know that her and Shamia don't have moments in the past before. Their friendship has been tried before. Don't do that. Just let the moment be that moment and be there. Because you could tell that hurt her a little bit, but she was trying to keep a strong face. Because she was like, she said it. She was like, oh, I didn't realize that she would call Kenya before she would call me. Like,
I mean, I would be surprised too if my best friend called someone that
I didn't even know you had a relationship with.
You know what I mean?
And like,
that's not even that. It's like, you know that we had bad blood at a good point. They just made up, like, when they had the babies. But I don't know. It was weird. I would have been weird.
That'd be like me and Bianca one time, and then Bianca calling me before she called you.
Right. It's
and
like,
you be like,
a minute now. What's going on here?
Why did you call Cassie?
Right.
What's going on here? Well, I couldn't get in touch with you, Dana. Try again. Keep trying.
Or, like, honestly, if Ebony called me and she didn't call you,
I'd be like, I'm sorry, why did you call Dana?
You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on?
You're my friend.
Right.
Mine. But, I mean, I just, it was just like, I just feel like she tried to twist the knife a lot in situations. It's like, stop. But then when stuff comes back to her, then I just don't understand why they come for me. Why they always in my face. Kenya.
But that's her thing. That is Kenya's MO. Always has been. I guess it always will be, honey.
Honey, do you ever look at what you put out there?
So that was a nice event. The next scene, Kenya talks to her aunt about the divorce. Now, this one, normally I wouldn't care, but one thing I was like, She says that she couldn't speak with Mark's mother or father.
Girl, how you married and have a baby with somebody and you can't talk to their parents?
That's just weird.
So when you realized you couldn't talk to their parents,
that wasn't a red flag?
What made you, want to continue to be in this relationship?
I wonder, like, was this before the marriage or after the marriage? Like,
it
why
don't matter.
Well, if she was able to talk to him before the marriage, maybe she didn't know until after the marriage. That's when, you know what I mean? Like, could have been that after they got married, then he was like, no, don't call them. If it was before they got married, that was a red flag.
And then after?
It would have to, well, here's my thing. All right, so let's say they were dating. If Mark said he's not close with his parents at all, then okay. But if he has a very strong relationship with his parents and you don't have that strong, not you don't have to have that strong relationship, but you're not around them that much, that's a red flag in my opinion. What are you hiding?
I don't call, Bae's parents, his mom, but when he on the phone with her, I'd be like, tell your mama said, hey, he'll put on speakerphone, I'll speak to her. He ain't never said you can't. When I'm on the phone with my parents, he speak to mine. I mean, we go over and see them and all that stuff.
You know what I mean? That's part of a relationship. You blend the families.
Right. Kids and all. Like, I don't understand.
Especially the fact that you got their grandkids. That's the granddaughter. So how is it like, so what, Brooklyn don't have a relationship with the grandparents? Or only when Brooklyn's with Mark? That's weird. It's weird.
That's why I was saying, like, after the relationship, like you said, if you talked to him before and then now after, it would have to be a reason why I'm not able to talk to them after. And regardless of what the reason is, I can't say regardless, depending on what the reason is, would determine whether this was okay or not.
Yeah, that'd be a real good reason. But if you're not giving me no type of reason, it is what it is. What I say goes. That's a red flag.
I was like, yeah. So what's the time frame for a prenup? Like, an annulment? What's the time frame?
I think a year. I think you can be married for a year. I don't know if that's North Carolina or I don't know.
I guess it depends on the state. Well, we need to go ahead and get this done.
Honey.
That's not gonna work.
So I thought that was weird. So the last scene was Kandi and Todd talking again because she's now back home. Yeah. And he was kind of irritated because she came back home. She was in the Chi. She was doing the Chi in
Chicago.
She came back. She went to Portia's event. She had another
2 days.
Yeah, she had another event to do that Don Juan done booked for her.
Rock Nation
brunch, talking about business women in Atlanta or something. And then
she had Dr. Jackie's charity event.
And then she had to go back to Chicago.
Yes.
So Todd is like, what's up? Like, you have no time for us.
When is the family time going to be in your schedule?
She was like, well, I would have majority of the day would be the 8. Day. But it's like, no, he's going to be playing the game. You're going to be here, but you don't be spending time with him. So this is when it's like, that's his real reason, because even though he said the kid thing, he was like, I want to spend time with you too. And he feels like Kandi's not making the family a priority. It's her business, then her friends, because she always wants to, please them and go to their events. And then it's the family. And he's like, that's not fair.
And then I really think he didn't say it, but when he said family, he means the kids and then him.
Facts. And I kind of get why he's starting to feel resentment, because it's like, yo, I stopped my world to be a part of yours. I stopped my happiness because he said he used to love his job doing the production.
Because he had to quit his job to be with her.
Yeah, he quit his job so that he could go make more money, because he was 100,000 there doing what he was doing. But Kandi was a multi-millionaire. So he was like, this job is not going to allow me, I'm not getting no checks to feel like I'm worth being with this person. So
I thought it was a conflict for him to continue to be a part of the show when they start dating.
I don't know. But I mean, you could do other jobs. You don't have to do this one. There's plenty of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was part of the reason why he went and started doing other jobs, because once they had started dating and it got out, it was like, yeah. But then he became a part of the show. So then it's like, you can't produce and be a part of the show, I guess. Yeah. But then again, look at Married to Medicine. What's the name? An executive producer and stuff. And she was on the show.
Mariah.
Yeah.
I just feel like he allowed too many people in his ear
Yeah.
And that's insecurities came in because listen to her mom, listen to people in the streets. Oh, you're a womanizer. Oh, you're a gold digger. Oh, you're opportunist. Everyone kept saying that. So it's like it got to him. He's a dude from New York. They have the biggest egos ever in the world. So he was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't living off no woman. I can make my millions too."
He had to prove himself.
Facts, and that built up resentment.
Yeah,
because he stopped doing what he really loved to do, to do
money.
things to be a part of this higher, feel like he belongs to this upper echelon society.
But really,
and then
like,
his wife is
the only
never
one
home.
the money. That's why I'm like, Mama Joyce, you over here running around talking about money. You living off your daughter too. You act like you out here doing something to make some money.
Well, she's basically true, but she feels like she's trying to save her daughter. She's protecting her daughter.
No, she protected her bank.
Probably so. She got that house on it, that nice house right up the street from them.
You see what they was talking about that one episode when they was like, she was concerned about, Candy's will and how she had it set up, and she wanted to make sure that Riley was going to be taken care of and that Todd couldn't come in and take nothing from her. You're not concerned about your daughter solely. You are concerned about your bank and your income.
I don't think so. I think that Mama Joyce is concerned about Candy's, because she's like, that's my, like, if I guess she's like, I don't know for sex. I don't know her. Calm down. but it's just like, if my child has now made all this money, I don't want these other people trying to take advantage of my child. So she's trying to protect her child at all time, at all costs. So even if, okay, my name is on this deed or my name is on the will, whatever, but she knows I'm not going to, try to screw my child over. She knows that I'm going to take, if my child does, God forbid, pass away, whatever, her children will be taken care of. I don't need these other people who really coming in at the tail end of it, try to take advantage. So I kind of get
that her husband would not take care of her daughter.
I feel like it was too new. Maybe like if they're married for like 10, 15 years, she'll have
this was just the season.
It's still fresh. I'm trying to make it make sense. I really am. I'm trying to make it make sense.
We're going to just go on because it's not going to make that make sense because that's just not right for her to.
I mean,
I'm not saying that she don't care about her daughter. I'm not saying that she does not care about Candy as her daughter. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is she has other priorities in that now that Candy is her sole provider financially. She is trying to protect the bag. That's what I'm saying. And because she is her bankroll, it's like, okay, I got to make sure nobody else is coming in trying to get a percentage of my money. When you have that mindset, you think about it, your job. You don't want nobody come in trying to interfere with your money.
True, but maybe she just, you know how sometimes you're dating someone, you don't see the bad in them, but your girlfriend sees the bad in them. Maybe it's that type of situation. She just trying to make sure that Candy.
But everybody is bad in her eyes. That's what Candy
said. Trust is earned. Trust is earned and not given. So you have to earn my trust.
How long they've been together?
Yeah, now
she still don't like them.
Yeah, by now she should just get over it. I feel like now Candy should definitely tune her mother out. Her mother should no longer be a part of their
anything.
Yeah, at all. Like, that's your husband and that's that. Whatever your mama got to say.
Sign a prenup. He signed the prenup, and that caused an issue for y'all before y'all even got married, to the point that you almost did not get married. Mm-hmm. It's like at some point you have to realize that y'all are now married. Y'all are one. This is your household. Nobody else is supposed to be able to interfere with this. This is your house. Yeah. You need to protect your home and your house. And with that being said, like with this episode, he's saying, when are you going to make time for us? When are we going to be a priority for you? Yeah. And Candy's trying to say, well, I want to do this for this. And, I want to support my friends and my family. That's all well and good. And you should support your family and, your friends and do stuff for them. But not at the cost of your household. Because your friends got their own households and their own men and stuff and whoever to keep them happy. When stuff go left, And if he was to leave, I can't come to your house and cuddle up with you.
Facts.
You're going to be like, girl, I mean, we can have a couple of wine, you know, and we can drink a little bit, but at a certain time, they're going to look at her watch like, so, I mean, you can lay on the couch if you need to tonight, but
you got to go.
You don't have to get on back to your life, girl.
Right. So, but overall, it was a cute little. Nah, I lied. It was boring. It was dry. It was. I wouldn't say it was a cute little episode. I was about to lie to you. It was. I didn't need this. So yeah, until next time, y'all. Since someone's below me is telling me bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.